Hi everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the JW Marriott Resort here for another course vlog. We're out here at the Valley course, and this is the back nine you're gonna be seeing here. The front nine are gonna be located down in the link in the description below. Make sure you check that out if you haven't already. I was on fire on that front nine. We're gonna keep that going right here on the par 5 10th hole. Here we go.
Now the back nine is going to start off the same way the front nine finished, with a reachable par 5. This entire course is a little bit shorter than most courses that I play, making most of these par 5s reachable for me as long as I can find that fairway off the tee. Avoiding the right-hand bunker is going to set yourself up on a plateau of a fairway. Most of these fairways here on the Valley course like to move up and down. You can see another plateau here. It's going to be for your layup into the green, and you can leave yourself a wedge. Now you see over on the left-hand side of the screen, the hole with a lot of movement over there. That's the Palm course. It's the other 18-hole course here on the property, and there's a link to see those 18 down in the description below, as I played those the other weekend that I was out here in the desert. Now, lacing a driver down the middle is the way that I like to start this back nine. I have been on fire today, not with just the putter, but a lot of confidence standing over the ball, knowing the ball is going pretty straight today. Now, 224 for a 4-iron is a little bit much for my 4-iron, to be honest with you, and I was just trying to make sure I hit it pure and hit it straight. It went a little bit long and onto the back fringe, and I had a very, very slippery chip shot here. Just want to leave myself something close for a nice tap-in birdie putt to keep the birdie train rolling, especially here on the par 5s. Let's see how this one goes. Hit the brakes, hit the brakes. Come on, come on, come on. Well, it's 8 feet. It's been the distance I've been rolling it in all day long. I just got to get it to the hole. Come on, back-to-back birdies. Here we go. There we go. Another birdie down to 3 under par, and we're facing the par 4 11th. Coming back down the hill here, it's got another plateau fairway where you got to avoid those 2 little spectacle bunkers down the left-hand side. Now, it is going to be about a half a club, maybe even a club downhill into this green complex here. Very, very deep bunkers, as you'll see on most of the greens here on the Valley course. And we're going to be facing a, what do we got here? A middle back flag. It's going to bring all that trouble into play. Now, the driver's been working for me, but after back-to-back birdies, I was definitely thinking about my score, because I was like, well, I was 2, 3 under par. I try not to keep my cumulative score as I go. Just write down a number and walk on to the next hole. Hooked that one over to the left. Found my ball in a nice lie, but I had to hoist it up over the tree here to get it on the green. And by hoisting it up, I got a little bit of a flyer lie, and this ball traveled long into the bunker. A very short-sided bunker shot. I had to take my 64-degree wedge here and just nip it the best I could to try to give myself a makeable chance here for par. Rolled out a little bit farther than I wanted to. Oh boy. 12, 15 feet here for par. Let's just roll one in, keep the streak rolling here.
Momentum putt, let's go.
Let's go is correct. Come on now. Those long par putts are the type of things that keep these rounds going when you're under par. You just got to think about the next shot here. So what do we got? 169 to the middle. It's going to play 158 to that front flag, and that's just about a perfect 9-iron for me. Let's flush it. The clubs are going right where we wanted them to go today. Another pin-high shot here, and another very makeable birdie chance. Can we do it again and take it 4 deep? Nope, that one didn't quite turn the amount that I wanted it to, but a nice, easy, comfy tap-in par, and we're going to go on to another short par 4 here. Don't need a driver for me here, as it's only 368 total, another little plateau fairway, but this one's a little bit narrower than you're going to see on most of the holes. Those set of bushes on the right, that's going to be a hazard and a lost ball. And that condo down the left, well, that's going to be a window and probably a big ticket there for you. So stripe one down the middle. Don't worry about what's on the left and the right. This green is very tucked around that corner. Got to give yourself a look. And it's got that big ridge running right down the middle. Well, first things first, let's take this 2-iron. It's been going straight all day. Typically goes about 250, maybe 260 down there. Should leave me about a 110 into the green. That's a nice comfy gap wedge for me. Well, it was actually 101, so we had to shave a little bit off that gap wedge, knocking it all the way back to this flag. I did not want to spin it down that front tier. No. And what do you got here? Another makeable birdie chance from 20 feet. I'm going to roll one of these in one of these days. Or I'll just cozy it on down there for another very comfy tap-in par. When you're 3 under par and thinking about your score on very nearly every shot, I was borderline protecting par out there, but at the same time, I had to free myself up and let myself just swing the way I've been swinging all day long. Now, this is a very difficult par 4. It's going to be playing a little bit longer than most here at almost 300, almost 420 yards. That water down the right will come into play no matter what you're going to be hitting off the tee. Bunkers down the left and right will also protect the fairway, and coming into the green, there's a big drop-off to the front right. It's a good 20 feet down the slope if you miss it short right. Now, luckily, the driver was working for me, and after the pull a couple holes ago, I just wanted to make sure I didn't overcook it. This one was just a little bleeder down there and right in the middle of the fairway. Another comfy gap wedge for me into the green here. Just had to chop one down there trying to get the right distance on it, and I kind of flared it out to the right a little bit. Got it the right distance, but just a little bit out to the right. Here in the shadow, this is a good 30 feet for birdie. This one we're really trying to cozy it up there. Well, no stress, accomplished. Another comfy tap-in par, and we're going to be on to the last par 3 of the day. It's also one of the most difficult we're going to see on the entire course here, sitting 220 yards to the center of the green. Luckily, we're facing a front hole location. I mean, if you call that lucky, as there's a giant false front and a bunker protecting the front of the flag. Now, I was feeling a little hot, and I thought I could get this 7-iron all the way there. And let's be real, I can't hit a 7-iron over 190 yards, so it is where it is. We're just going to have to get it up and down, trying to bump this one up there nice, and no, I hit the sprinkler. And I got really upset that I hit the sprinkler because it was going to be a lot closer than I thought. Oh, we reset, we stood over the 8-footer, and I just wanted to make it. I mean, you just want to make every putt, don't you? But this one, after hitting that sprinkler and just getting all frustrated right there, I took a nice deep breath and rolled in the par putt. Now here, 316 yards would typically be a go for it par 4 for me, but with all the trouble you see down there and an island green on this par 4, it's 100% a layup. Now, I like about 90 yards, and I hit my 5-iron about 210 to 215. Hoping for that 100 to 90-yard shot into the green here. I was a little bit juiced, and the ball definitely rolled out down the fairway a little bit more than I wanted it to, so I had only 75 yards into the flag, and that's not a very comfy number for me. I actually tugged it a little bit. I was kind of up here on the ridge, a little bit farther away from the flag than I definitely wanted to be, having that close. So another one, I just got to cozy it on down there and just hope for the nice, comfy par. Alrighty, now standing here on the 17th tee, knowing that I had a par 5 and a par 4 in front of me, I told myself I'm going to shoot in the 60s. A par brings it home, and a birdie would even give me another shot to play with. And here, 494 yards, and it's a par 5? Okay, this is go time. That bunker down the left is not in play for me. It's going to be in play for most up on the top of the plateau, and then it drops down severely there after the neck, down to the bottom of the valley. Another elevated plateau for the layup here is going to allow you to hit a nice short iron or wedge into the green, but I'm looking to go for this one in 2, so I just got to really unleash that driver and make sure I hit it straight. Goal number 1 accomplished. It hit the downslope, it took off, and I am hitting driver 9-iron into a par 5. Now the flag was sitting all the way up on this back shelf, and it was kind of tricky to get it all the way up there. A 9-iron to the center of the green, it rolled back a little bit to the edge, and I had a really, really long putt here for eagle, and you can see the amount of slope that thing took there at the end. This is going to be a very, very slippery birdie putt, but it's definitely one that I think I can make.
Yes, come on.
That right there is a birdie on every single par 5 on the golf course. That is just a dream round and everything that I could possibly ask for out of my golf game. So we got one more hole here to see if I can really bring it home. A pinching of bunkers down there off the tee is another plateau landing area. Once you go past the bunkers, it's going to slope downhill all the way to that water. So it's really not something you want to take too far off the tee. A very protected green here, and we're going to be facing that front right hole location, bringing all of the water into play. And there's also a nice big ridge behind the hole that you can play as a backstop a little bit. Now here off the tee, I hadn't taken my 3-wood all day long, but for some reason I felt like that was the perfect club. I turned over a draw and just pushed it a little bit and got really, really lucky here with the lie in front of the bunker. It was some thick rough there, and the ball was above my feet, causing me to tug this one, but luckily when it goes left, it goes long. It flew the water all the way here on the left-hand side of the green. I just had to nudge one down there for birdie, and hopefully I can knock one in for par and close out this round for one of the better rounds I've had in a very, very long time.
Well, folks, that's all she wrote. Thank you so much for joining us today. Don't forget to smash that like button down below, hit the subscribe button as well, and we'll see you again soon. Later.